Ross Cool Finds, yeah. Hey babes, it's me, Rye, talking about the cool finds. Okay, so today's cool find is actually the Simple Modern Trek. I always forget what it's called because it just says SM. But the Simple Modern Trek, I'm gonna call it the Stanley Cup Dupe because I think it's extremely comparable. It is about $10 cheaper and it's at Target. They have, I think, 4 colors right now, and this one was the color that I chose, but I think they have like white, blue, and maybe stainless steel, but maybe they have more colors now. Anyway, just as a note, it does not come with this Hello Kitty sticker. That is just what I put on it. I just thought it was cute, and I thought it kind of went with the purple, keeping things cool theme. It was me and my dork, but don't look for the sticker. That's not going to be on there. Anyway, so the thing about this I do want to start off with is I do not own a Stanley Cup, and I can tell you why, but I'm also not trying to bash Stanley Cup or say it's not the best cup in the world because I don't know. I don't own it, and it's probably super, super great. But the reason why I got this cup is, first of all, it's $10 cheaper, you know, budget babes know, like if you just don't want to spend an extra $10, they have these at Target. But the real reason I got it was because I am not a person who works outside of the home or really just hangs out all day long outside of the home, which I think if you're going to invest, I think it's like the Stanley Cup is like 40 to 50 bucks. I'm not exactly sure, you know, with tax, but if you're going to invest that much money in almost like a little cup cooler type thing, because it's amazing, it keeps things so cold from what I see. It's like, well, yeah, then I just couldn't justify it for me because I'm like, I'm not out every single day, all day. I just felt like I was just going to be spoiled by having that. So I just didn't buy that for myself for a really long time, even though Stanley Cups have been awesome or have been touted as awesome. Also, now, again, no shade to Stanley Cup, but I really did never like any of the colors that I saw. And it's totally cool if you're more of like a neutral type person or that khaki color. I just don't like the color. It's just a personal preference. I think it's totally on trend. I think everybody loves all the neutrals and that's beautiful and that's great. But just for me, like, I'm like kind of goth. So I just like fun colors in my accessories. So I was always just kind of like, oh, I don't want that because like that's where my color comes from, you know? So like my nails or whatever, like I just like to have like kind of wear black a lot and then have fun colored shoes or accessories. So anyway, so was another reason why I didn't invest in the Stanley Cup, but it sounded super awesome. And so I was like, okay. Side note, I did read a couple articles that there was like some really cute colored, in my opinion, like bright tealy blues and kind of like a pink or a peach or something. There was a couple really cute colored Stanley Cups that were available like in the Philippines or overseas. And I was like, man, why did they do that here? Because I don't know, I might've been enticed at that point. But not here. So I know you can get them online. I know they go in and out of stock, but I just was kind of like, yeah, you know, but I don't really deserve that because I'm not like out all day needing this like heavy duty cup. Okay. But then flash forward to Target, and I think it started where I was just like, I just do a Target order like online. So I was just looking through, you know, getting my groceries and stuff to pick up or get delivered. And then I saw this and I was like, whoa. And first of all, I really liked this color. Second of all, I noticed it was cheaper. And then third of all, I was looking in the reviews. And again, I don't have the regular Stanley Cup, but the reviews were saying that the straw design thingy made it so that it leaked less too. So I was like, oh, okay. So see, I guess because it kind of does like that situation. And then you go in, it just makes it so that the leaks don't come out so bad. So I was like, huh, that's kind of cool. Otherwise, like from what I've researched, it does seem exactly like the Stanley Cup. It's like stainless steel, you know, you just put all your ice in the bottom and then you drink and it just keeps it cold. So I can say this, even though I don't be out of the house for like all day, it is extremely hot where I live. And I have absolutely used this, I don't know, more than a dozen times going out just to the store or whatever, but where I'm out for like a few hours. I'm not out for like 8 hours or anything, so I can't say that, but I am out for a few hours in extremely hot heat, and I'm not taking this inside. I don't know if it's sanitary, so I keep it in my car. And even after like a few hours and like the most ridiculous heat, I come home and it's still like halfway full of ice. So I think it really does work. And like I said, I don't have a Stanley Cup, so I can't say if it works exactly the same, but it really did work. Like, I was impressed. I was just like, it's so hot out, and that's fine. This is supposed to be a keep cool thing, but I'll err on caution and like put all this ice in, and it was just like, none of it melted basically. Like, and I was just like, oh my gosh. So it really does keep things cool. This one, I can definitely vouch for that. Like I said, I haven't been out for 8 hours, but when it's like 111 and you're out for like 3, I kind of feel like that's the same as like a normal place that isn't that hot. And it really did, like, I'm still like coming home and pouring out like half ice because I'm like, oh, there's just so much ice in here. So I really do feel like it would be fine if you were the type of person who was out all day long, you know, trekking all around and it's hot. I really think this would keep it cool. And then, like I said, I don't have a Stanley Cup, but apparently this helps it to not spill. I have never had spills. Again, I don't know, like, I wasn't like shaking it around or something, but like outside and just in my cup holder and do my shopping and come back, it was awesome. I literally kind of felt like, oh, this is why people are so obsessed with like the style of the Stanley Cup, because it is really cool. It actually fits in your cup holders and it actually keeps things cool. So I was like, okay, I'm sold, even though this isn't the official Stanley Cup. So the point of this anyway is that I'm just thinking I wanted to share with you this cool find, because it is a really cool find if you maybe even you already have Stanley Cups, but you just like this color and they didn't have something like that available, and you just needed something extra, or maybe you just, like I said, just were a budget babe and just didn't want to spend another $10 on something that I think is pretty much the same and maybe even better with the straw. And also it's fun because it's just available at Target. You can just go down the street, bam, you got it. So I don't know. I hope that they make this brand, the Target Simple Modern brand, makes even more colors, because how fun would this be? Maybe just to me, I don't know, but how fun would this be in like a cool, like super bright pink, or just really fun, or even a marble or something, just like totally out there. I don't know. But right now, like I said, I know that they have the 4 colors, and this one's my favorite, that's why I got it. But it's just kind of cool that like there's just something like that's a Stanley Cup dupe available for those who would like it. So anyway, to me, it's cool find. I'm really happy with it. And I hope you guys might consider it too if you're looking in the market for something that is going to keep drinks cool and not super, super expensive. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day, taking care of each other, taking care of yourselves, and definitely stay cool, babes.